So I know we discussed having the burger of the day, but I want to say you didn't want that. Where did we land in the end?
You seriously don't remember?
No, I do. Cheeseburger. Just remembered. I just remembered. On my own. Cheeseburger!
Excelsior true believers. This video has nothing to do with Bob's Burgers. What? Oh. Red Skull says, let me out. I am not right in the head. Where do I start today? I don't know. Stuff I'm finding in boxes that shouldn't be in those boxes. Hey. Right? Okay. Now I found some of my underground comics, but I haven't found all of them, and I don't know where they are. I don't know what box I put them in. You know, when I was moving, I had a whole bunch of comics out because of the flood I had, and I was trying out, you know, switching, putting new bags in, getting new boxes, and I was just hurrying up, putting everything away, and I wasn't paying attention. I should have put something out of the box to let me know what was in there, but I don't know. First off, I'm going to start with is from 1943. We have Jack Kirby and Joe Simon in Star Spangled Comics, number 24. There's got the Newsboy Legion, Guardian, Liberty Bell, Star Spangled Kid, Penniless Palmer, Poor Peter, and Robot Man. And there's no spine roll or anything. It's nice and even all around, but it will not fit in any of my Golden Age bags. I don't get it. And a couple of things I want to show you. Tony Wynot art. Tony. Hey. Anybody who's been sub for me for a while knows who Tony is. And maybe not everybody is aware that Tony lost his channel over some BS crap. You know, he lost all his videos. Now he has a new channel. So I'm going to post his channel down in the description box, so people who know who Tony is. Maybe I should have woke up first before I did this. People who know who Tony is can resub him and start building up his subscribers again. You know. So what YouTube did was. And if I was Louise, that would be. In one of his last videos, he was showing a bunch of fanzines that he got at the Forbidden Planet in New York City. What is it with this friggin' camera? And what these are is nostalgia-driven horror art. And these books are huge. That's what she said. But they're, you know, like $20 a piece too. But there's 3 issues out, and I got all 3. I'll show you the back of this one. That's all ghouls. And it's called Monsterama. It was established in 2020, and it's a new graphic horror fanzine, whatever you want to call it. And what it features is all different art that you would see in all the different horror and monster magazines through the years. And it is just friggin' awesome. So if you like that old, horror art from magazines that you remember seeing, is The Creature of the Black Lagoon with 3D glasses. And I got all, whoa! I didn't notice this the first time I read it. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it now. There's the Mummy, more Mummy. Mummy. Are you my mummy? Come on, you dumbass. Oh, guillotine. I remember having the Aurora model of this and building it, painting it. But as far as I know, there's 3 issues because I got all 3 issues. There may be more. I'll have to check. But that's issue number 1. Look at the size of this tree, and they're all different sizes. Some of them are one is a little wider, and the other one is has more girth to it, and it's freaking a ton of pages here. I'll only show you the first two. Because the third one is, it's really hard to take and put it back in the bag. So here's Monsterama number 2. It's kind of, the Misfits reminds me of Mikhail Graves when he was with the Misfits. And on the back, to be continued. And this is issue number 2. This one is a little bit smaller, not by much. Oh, look at. Do you ever fantasize about coloring? It's trash from Return of the Living Dead. Really cool stuff. And this one came with a couple adverts. This is stuff you used to see in stores. You would see them on the wall, for certain magazines, but this is showing what's inside Monsterama, which is really cool. So if you're in the fanzines, I recommend. I mean, they're a little pricey, $20 a piece, but oh yeah, what's in here? It's worth it. It's really cool. Really cool. So thanks, Tony, for showing those off. And I'm still going to go back to New York City. I was born and grew up in Jersey City. When I was a teenager, I used to go over to Greenwich Village with my friends all the time. Something like around 65, 66, somewhere in there. We go to Washington Square Park and hang out on McDougal Street. And then head shops were popping up all over the place. And there were 2 places. One was on McDougal Street, and the other one was it was off of 9th Street. I can't remember what the cross street. It might have been Broadway, I think. It's been so long, I don't remember. But that's where I was first introduced to underground comics. I forget which ones, the first ones I got, but I picked up a few, and you put them away, you store them, you forget about them. Sometimes I just gave them away because I really didn't care for them that much. But they were really, something unusual for the time, underground comics, And one of the first ones I got was Zap Comics number 2. This is the second printing. The first printing, which I never had, was on like a hardstock, and it had what was the story? Head First was the name of the story, and the cutoff for one of the pages was cut wrong, and the comic panels went all the way down to the bottom, and there was about 500 of those issues printed, but I think there's only like 8 known or something like that. But this is the second printing, which was I think about 5,000 copies, I think, but it was a low print too. But Zap Comics number 2, and I forget which one. I mean, I remember having Fritz the Cat, and this one is number 7 from 1974, second printing. These were all most of them I got off the shelf. A couple I remember getting at my comic book store when I was living in Phoenix. And this one is from 1979. It's the first printing, number 1 of Best Buy Comics. Keep on trucking. And the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. And this is number 3, first printing. I know I had number 1. It's probably somewhere, But this is the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, courtesy of Ripoff Press, and featuring Freddy's Fat Cat. Number 3, 1973, first printing. And a little later, this one was from 1990. from Ripple Press. This was that was 75 cents. When they first came out, they were 50 cents. And depending on the printing, depended on the price. If it was a second printing, it was 75 cents. If it was a third printing, it was $1.25, and so forth. It would go up to like $1.50. But this is the first printing from 1990, number 11. Fabulous. Furry Free Brothers. Yes. And who remembers Cheech Wizard? And National Lampoon Magazine. And Von Bode, or Bodie, who unfortunately died very, very young. And one of the first books that I remember seeing that he had was Junk Waffle. And this is the first printing. This is my original copy. Most of these, except for the last one, number 11, the Free Brothers. This is the one I got. It's Phoenix. This is Junk Waffle number 1. This is so funny. I really enjoyed this a lot. See the pronounced Bodie or Bode. Number 1. Junk Waffle number 2, 1972, first printing. And of course, Cheech Wizard. This is the collected Cheech Wizard. Cheech Wizard was around way before National Lampoon. I forget where he first appeared, but all he was a hat with a pair of legs. Who liked big boobies. But then again, who doesn't? I don't like it. I love it. This is 1972, first printing of the collected Cheech Wizard. Zooks! And one day I'm going to find the rest. I don't know when. And I'm not sure if I even showed these yet, but what the hell? Get them out of the way. They're laying here so I can put them away. And here we have Elvira and Monsterland, number 1 from Dynamite Comics. Hello, Elvira. Meow. And they go along with Mr. R.L. Stine, Goosebumps author. This is Stuff of Nightmares, number 3. And another, Dope Comics, every time you show something, I go, oh, God, I got to get that. And I saw this cover. I'm just going to get number 1. And this is Ghost Lore, number 1. And it's just a simple cover, but I love it. And another series that he was showing, I go, oh, God, here we go. I got to do it again. All 8 Eyes, number 1. The cover that he showed, I couldn't find it. It wasn't available. I guess it's all sold out. And but I couldn't decide between the covers that they had, so I got this one, and then I got this one. Oh no, it was for number 2. Yeah, number 2. Okay. All 8 Eyes, number 2. Reminds you a little bit of was it Tarman? Come on, not very much, but it's horror. And all the other cover is all 8 Eyes, number 2 again. This is by Steve Fox, Piotr Kowalski, Brad Simpson, and Hassan Otsmane Al-Hawa. Number 2. I think this is cover B, I believe. And some more new pickups from Charlton Comics, number 3. Oh boy. This is number 3 from 1968. Really, what is going on with this freaking camera? Charlton. Yeah, I love my Charlton horror. Along with DC and Marvel. And definitely my favorite title from Charlton was Strange Suspense Stories. I love this book. And this is by Jim Aparo. Great artist, great Batman artist. This is number 8, July number 8. And this is Near Mint. And this is from the Whiteville collection. I never heard of that. But it says it's near mint, which is, I mean, I went all over. I just got one little tick up here. But I can't find anything else wrong with this. Strange Suspense Stories #8. And to go along with that Strange Suspense Stories, this is Strange Suspense Stories from 1963. And that's the Dick Giordano cover. This is #67. What I like, it has the bottommost Turkish taffy right on the bottom here. I don't know what is going on with this friggin' camera. It's really pissing me off. The bottommost Turkish taffy. Put it in the freezer. You're going to get it frozen, take it out, whack it against the wall, and if you're lucky, you can put a hole in the wall, but you had a lot of chunks of bottommost Turkish taffy to chew on. Strange Suspense Stories. Pretty sure to stick to you now. Oh, another one. Strange Suspense Stories. Pretty sure this is Dick Giordano. 1964, #70. I'm only guessing, but I don't know. But I think it is Dick Giordano. Come on. Grave on Lucifer's Ledge. Oh, and another Ghostly Tales. Oh, wow. Ghostly Tales #69. From Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House. Steve Ditko cover. Can never ever make a mistake on Steve Ditko. So as you see, it's that guy Ditko. And this is #69, 1968. Ghostly Tales again. This one is #58 from 1966. The cover is Dick Giordano. And they got Pat Boyette and Steve Ditko on the inside. Pat Boyette, boy, he did a lot for Charlton. A lot of stuff for Charlton. I mean, he was with them for years. Ghostly Tales, #58, 1968. And I don't know, well, no, I'll save that for this. And another addition to my 1950s pre-code horror. This is from 1954. The cover is by Ken Bald. And this is #13 of Out of the Night. Ken Bald. And this I picked up on a whim. Because I know I had some of them when I was a kid. But my father loved this cartoon. I mean, for the rest of his life, whatever thing was, going good and having a good time, you could hear him for miles away. Yabba dabba doo. Now this is issue #7, but this is actually the first gold key issue. So this is #1/7. The first 6 issues were Dell. And I think they first appeared in a giant Dell back in '61, I think. 61. But the Flintstones. I think this is also the first prime time cartoon, because I think they were on at either 7 or 7:30, which was just before you would have to go to bed because you had school the next day. So they made sure to put it at a time where kids would be able to watch it as well as adults. And my father really loved this cartoon, along with the Roadrunner. It was another of his favorites. So that's about it. But then again, like I said, I opened up a box. I found, I don't remember, I found, this can't be, I got another issue of this, #400. So that means I got 3 issues of this? I don't know how. That was fine. I found all these in there. I don't know how. Oh, whoa! This cover is so great. Sea Devils, #1. And now we're going to probably spend the next 2 weeks just trying to put them into the boxes where they freaking belong. See, that was number one. Wow. Loved it. All right, people. I'm going to go make a hamburger. And we're going to come up with something else. But so whoever watched till the end, thank you very much. I always appreciate anybody that stops by to listen to my foolishness and my yammering. So until next time, as always, collect what you like and love what you collect.